I just want to trash it all. I want it all gone. I'm so tired of the chaos. I am back with another video trying to tackle another workspace in my house that has gotten out of control. And I share this on this channel for two reasons. One, if you have an out of control space in your house as a reseller, you're not alone. Despite the picture perfect images that sometimes we see on Instagram, a lot of resellers have spaces that look like this. And two, you guys are helping me hold myself accountable to just tackle it. And so behind me is one side of my loft. This is where I take photos over here. I store shoes over here. I store hard goods. I have death pile stuff. I have stuff that I got for free from family from before COVID, and it's just taking up space. I'm so tired of this mess. So I am going to hopefully at the end of this video have a nice before and after picture of this space. And at the end, I will also share with you some changes I want to make in this loft area so that this can be more efficient as a workspace. So if that sounds interesting, then stay tuned. I'm going to start by walking through and pointing out some things. And then I'm going to take everything, move it over here, clean everything off, and we're gonna put things back in an organized fashion. We're gonna have a donate pile, and we're definitely gonna have a trash pile. So let's get started. All right, so this is kind of a broader image from one side of the loft. So I have a couch. This stores some personal stuff. This is basically the only personal stuff, but I'll talk about this space at the end of the video and kind of what I wanna do over here. I think this space of the loft is just about 300 square feet. And then it goes down to my ladder. So this is my photo station. That's obviously my hanging rack for things to be photographed. That's kind of what I would call my death pile area, which I would really only like that to be for when I bring in a haul of stuff, put that there, and then keep some stuff that I've already photographed that just need to be filmed for a haul. So I would love to clear most of that off right now. This rack, probably about 50% of that stuff just needs to be donated because it's been on the rack for way too long. Get things cleaned up. I would love to tackle this. I know, I don't think it's going to be today, but maybe I could figure out something. We'll see if I've got any extension cords. And this was free from a family member. This little white thing from, I think it was IKEA. I think it was in my sister's office or something. Anyways, it's dusty. It's a hot mess. And about half of this is hard goods that I have listed, and probably half of it is just stuff that just needs to go. But I would like to get everything in some bins so that it keeps everything dust free, because when the windows open, it can get dusty up here. These boxes, these are from family members. There's free stuff that they've just been sitting there and taking up space, and I just want to get rid of them. Get the stuff listed or donate it or trash it. And then this is my shoe storing area. I have some space, you can see some holes that I can put shoes, but in an ideal world, I would have nothing on the ground. And most of these are listed, I would say 94% of them, I don't know. But I would like to get everything off the ground. And then I'll talk about this space at the end. But this is kind of the other angle of my house. I would like in the next year or two to finish painting the brown walls white. Again, I'll talk about some of that stuff at the end, but let's get to work. Also, I'm well aware that some people might not think that this is very bad, but I do run a business here. I am a very organized person, and a lot of this area I haven't touched in over 2 years, so it needs to get in order. So I don't think that's too bad. This is a big chunk of it, and what I'm gonna do right now is I'm gonna put these in some of those bags, and that's a broken bin, so I'm probably just gonna trash that. This is all gonna get donated, and those are hangers from my personal closet. Yeah, I threw pillows all over the place that I just need to take downstairs to my personal closets. And that way I only have the clear hangers up here. These are the ones I photograph with. They are like, they just don't stand out very much. I don't know if these are linked below, but if they aren't, I will link them below. It's a minimalist thing that doesn't, I don't know. But I still use just regular clear ones just to hang stuff up. And so for some reason, these just kind of look nicer in photos than having the texture of these. I don't know if any of that makes sense, but anyways, so I still have space down here if I have some thrifted items that need to go somewhere, or up here. My whole goal right now is to not pile things over here. So yeah. So in an ideal world, I would just take everything out of this loft and move it into a completely different space. But because of my ladder, that isn't really an option. So I was just trying to section out this area and work in it on just the clothing first, and then work on the shoes. And then last, I'll work on the hard good area. Well, I love living in an A-frame. It definitely has its challenges with a ladder, but I've gotten used to it, so it's not really a big deal. All right, I'm making progress. I have 2 things that I think I know what I need to do. This is a box of 2 things, and I think I could just stack them over there. But basically, this is why I don't like retail arbitrage. I bought these thinking I could flip them. A lot of people did the same thing. So in a situation like this, like if you buy a new Starbucks tumbler, you might have to either sell it immediately if it's really desirable, or you might have to hold on to it for a few years until a lot of other people have sold through theirs and yours might have some additional value. So I bought these to flip. They were from Costco. They're adorable. There's going to be 1 or 2 things. If they don't gain value this winter, I'm probably going to give them as gifts to, but I do want to hold on to them for this winter to see if the value goes up. So I've got 2 of these. I'm going to put them on the rack over there. I might just keep them in the box just to keep them protected, but that is fine. I do have a little room in this box, so whatever. And this is a whole bunch of jewelry. So my mom and I ordered a number of ThredUp jewelry boxes when they still did like the 50-pound or 25-pound mixed jewelry. I sold quite a bit of stuff. I definitely made a profit off of that stuff, but there was a lot of junk jewelry or just jewelry that's not high value. And my mom was actually going to put some of it into her booth, her antique booth, which she did, but it wasn't selling. And so when COVID hit, she brought me some stuff, including all of this jewelry, to say, hey, if you need to, here's some listings. I listed quite a bit of it, but I didn't list all of it. So this is all remaining that I didn't list. And I mean, just to put things in perspective, this is a Sarah Covington necklace. There's some unbranded, like nothing branded. This is an American Eagle necklace. So there's nothing really high dollar in here because I've definitely gone through it. I know that I could just sell a lot on eBay, but because I've already screened through this and I know there's nothing high dollar, I would just feel more comfortable just donating this. Personal preference. So I'm going to go through, put this stuff in a bag. The other couple things I have in here are some jewelry display type things, which I will keep up here. I'm just going to keep them in this bin because I think I have some other display stuff over here, and I'm going to see if I can maybe make a bin of display stuff and just keep it all in one spot. So that's the plan. I think sometimes one of the hardest things about being a reseller is we know that we can sell anything. So sometimes we just hold on to everything. But for me, it feels really good to just donate stuff that I know I'm not really that interested in and just get it out of the space and move on to something else. All right, so next up, I'm just gonna deal with the shoe area because I feel like this is gonna be very quick. And then all I'll be left with is some of the hard good stuff in the middle. But I'm gonna quickly try to get all the shoes up on the racks. I don't know if I want to keep this little rack on the bottom. I feel like I'll probably put the extra shoe rack over there in case I do have overflow. This does help to just have something, and it's already a rack that I purchased. So, but at least clear out this area. On one hand, I just think like, just toss it. I feel like that's what I should do. I should toss it and only use the shoe racks that I have, the 2 right here. So that's what I'm going to do. All right, sometimes it just like the simple task if you just get it done. I still have a little bit of room. I feel like I should go through and pull some more shoes. These I got from a family member and there's some cracking. So I'm going to make sure these are unlisted and then donate those. This is the little rack. I think I got it for free or at a yard sale. It's not the sturdiest, and I'm going to donate that. I don't know. I feel like it's not in good condition. So I probably should just throw that in our recycling. And then this, my mom got this thinking I could have some extra storage. I haven't tried it. I haven't opened it, but in a sense, I already know it probably won't fit in here, but I'm going to try this in my personal closet. So I'm going to take this down to my personal closet and see if that will work down there, because my personal closet doesn't have a lot of room. And so that would be nice. But yeah, so did that just fall? Did I just have a shoe go down while I'm talking? So I still have some work to do over here. Shoes aren't one of my favorite things because they do. Yeah, I know a lot of people like selling shoes. I just don't like storing them for this reason, but I think that looks pretty neat, except the one that just fell. So now we're going to move on to, I don't think this is going to be that bad, but the goal is I'm going to take everything off here, wipe it down, dust it, and then go through everything. And that's it. That'll be it up here. And then I'll definitely tell you what my plans are in the future for this area. But I'm already feeling so relieved, and it's going to be such a great feeling to have this done. All right, progress. So I still have stuff everywhere, but I'm making progress. So basically all of this is clean. Most of these are empty. I do have a couple listed inventory items right there. This bin I'm filling up with some stuff that needs to be listed, or it can kind of be part of my security pile. A lot of that's from my grandmother when she moved out of her house. And then I've got some empty bins. I'm actually using most of this side for my reselling kind of tools. So my whiteboards, my white marker or whiteboard marker, my timer that I use all the time, my little wipes, and then this is a little box of, lint roller and scissors and stuff like that. I still have a lot of empty, which I would love to have empty so I can put things inside as time goes on. But what I'm working on now is this is a bag of stuff that was not listed, and I can use this stuff. So there's like a white pad, there's some lotion that I don't know why I picked up to resell. There's like a Turby Twisty thing that I was going to sell. I got it free from a family member, but I use these. So I'm like, why don't I just put this in my bathroom? Because I go through one of those, they get dingy and dirty. Anyways, this is all stuff that I am going to confirm is not listed, and I'm just going to donate. So for example, there's a keyboard. I don't know why I bought that at the bins. There's some mitts, baseball mitts. I don't know why I bought those. There's some lotions. I sold quite a few of these, but I'm just kind of done over it. I've got some trash. That's an empty box. So this is basically all I have left. So the goal is to fill in some spots here of things that maybe I just want in my security pile. Again, a lot of this was from family, free. I just want to go through this and see what else I might want to list and what else I just want to donate. This is absolutely insane how nice this looks, if I do say so myself. With reselling, there's always stuff, so it's not like it can be like minimalistic without stuff, but I have all of my shoes on the racks, off to the side. I have my shelf with lots of room. I can buy a few more of these little bins to kind of add to along the way. But this is a box of listable inventory. These are a couple empty boxes, but I just feel like sometimes when I bring hard goods up and if I want to store them, it's just better to just put them in a box right away to keep them safe. That one actually has something listed. I am pretty much removing everything that hasn't sold because a lot of that stuff was from the bins that was in here and has been listed for a year, 2 or more. So this one, what is that? That's listable. So basically I've got some listable kind of security pile over here as well, which is nice to have. All right, and over here, I kind of like the fact that my table, so this table is a dual purpose. I rest things on it while I'm taking photos, but it's also my flat lay. So I'll put that right there, and I'll put one of these tabletops on, and that's my flat lay area. So I like the fact that it's clear and just kind of muted. I don't think there's any good spot for a steamer, but this is where I like it to be, right next to my rack. So, and then my security pile, but I have lots of room. And the only thing I really need to do is just buy the white extension cord and kind of make that look more presentable on that wall. But the only thing over here, so I'm going to give that to my mom for her antique booth. I bought this in San Francisco at an antique store like 10 years ago. It used to be in my closet in my San Francisco apartment, and I just thought it was funny. But there's just no place for it. And if you see my pile of stuff to donate growing over there. So anyways, what is the plan over here? The only thing I have to do is vacuum up here, and then I'll be good. As far as what I want to change up here, I would leave everything on this side as is. The only thing I want to change is get rid of this couch. I got it for free, and then I threw a cover on it. And really, I don't use it for any purpose other than to just move stuff after I photographed it. It's kind of like a holding place because I do photograph before I do my thrift hauls. And but what I would like to do is once I can pay someone to haul out this couch, because it's really hard down the ladder to get it out of this loft area, I would like to spend a weekend and paint the rest of this loft. My dad painted my photo wall, but and my dad was helping me with a couple walls in my house, but I still have 2 walls in here, and I have that wall that I'm gonna have to pay someone because it's too high up in my A-frame. And so hopefully I can maybe in the next year or 2 pay someone to do that. And then all my walls in my house will be white. Keep in mind, this is a cabin. It was built to be a second home. It was built with kind of cheap materials. So I'm not sure why some of the walls were white and some weren't, but my dad helped paint quite a few of them that weren't, and I only have 3 left, but they're, yeah. Anyways, so if I can, in the next year, get rid of this couch and paint these walls, I would love to bring my standing desk up here and make my shipping station up here. Figure out a system where I could keep the shoes and keep this kind of open so I can use it to move around stuff, but just make my guest room just a guest room. And it's always interesting and exciting to see how you can kind of tweak things with the reselling business. But I do think every 6 months to a year, it's important to just do these clean outs and just reset, because that is something that helps me be more productive and makes me feel a lot better just being in my own home. Because if it's clean and organized, then I feel better being in here. So that's it. I will keep you guys posted if I make any changes up here. And I really appreciate you guys hanging out with me while I tackle this project. Let me know in the comments if you tackled any projects, similar to this. And that's it. I am gonna shower and head out for dinner soon, but I'll be back with another video, and be sure to hit the thumbs up, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys. What are you doing? Are you just guarding the house? Being a good dog? Enjoying the breeze?